Good afternoon. Okay, let's do the next video in this series. Let's look at some geometry. Let's look at a geometry function. I've got two beams here. Now I've deliberately placed these beams 25 mil apart, or this beam in this column. Okay. Now the idea is that I want to cut this beam at the face of that object. I need to figure out where that beam strikes through the element itself. Now, in this case, I've actually got pre-existing modeled beams, but the idea here is that I want to, I could have these as created beams, for example. So let's start by selecting the objects. So let's go select objects. We're going to do that twice. We're going to have one here that is the column, just so that we can see clearly what it is, and one as the beam. I'm just double clicking to change the name. Select the beam. Now come back. Hang on, did I hit enter? No, enter. Come back here. Now you can see I've got my straight beam. Now I'm going to switch it to manual just so I show you a bit of a difference. Now I select and pick the column. Enter. It's found the handle, but when you can see here, it's null. That's because in manual mode, I have to hit run for me to get the object first. And you can see a line actually appears here on my drawing, or in my graph, right? So if I zoom out, there we go. Let's pan that down. Let's just pan that across, down and around a bit, and go back. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to use this these objects to go and do some stuff, do some geometry calculations. So from the beam, we're going to get the line object, right? So from this particular area here, we're going to take the beam, pass it to that, hit run, and as you can see, if we pull that down and pin that, we get a line. Okay. So we want to intersect that line with the column. Now there's a geometry function in here called intersect element by line. So we grab that element, and as you can see, it's also asking for the body resolution and a line. Okay, so obviously the steel object is going to be the column. The line is going to be the line, but we need the body resolution to tell the node what the display of the object is for intersecting the line. So for example, I want to, for normal display, it's as you see it in advanced steel at the moment with no root radiuses or fillets. Detailed is with fillets and holes, etc. Hull is just the boundary box of the element, for example, right? So if we go normal, hit go, hit that, and we hit run, you can see some circles are appearing here. If I pin this down, you can see I've got 4 different points. So what we need to do now is we want to actually create a plane cut. So we come into features, go to beam, cut at plane. We're going to use point to normal. So first of all, what do we want to cut? Well, quite easily, we want to cut the beam. So we pass the beam over to the element. Let's bring this down here where we've got some visibility. Now, I know that, for example, I want to cut this using the x-axis. Okay, so the normal is a direction. So if you think of the x direction as an arrow and you draw a plate at the end of it, that's the normal, that plane, right? So what we want is, if you right click and go x-axis, that's the vector that we want to do the cut by. Put that in the normal. Now we need to pass the point to this element to cut, right? So this is an optional set of parameters, as we talked about in previous videos. I don't want to pass all 4 points. So there's a couple of ways of working with this. So if I search for first, I can get first item, right? Pass that list to it and hit run. Now, while that node is not fully set out, it's not going to execute. But when you see this one, it's grabbed 4 items. Now, why? Right? That's because in this list, there is a list of 4 points. So what we want to do is we want to change the lacing to the shortest direction, which gets us this small list. And when we hit run now, you can see that that first point matches the first point in that list. Okay, because this is a list of lists. Okay, if we right click and say get item at index, all right, again I can pass the list to it. Double click over here and I'll go 0, put a semicolon in, pass that to here. So getting item 0, 1, 2, or 3. Again, if I hit run, what do we expect to see here? Again, it's the whole list, but if we change the lacing again to the shortest direction, hit run, we get the same point on both sides. Okay, so if you want to toggle and explore between each one where you want that cut to be, adjust this value to suit. This point needs to be passed to here so that when we hit cut, we get the cut element. Now I've done something wrong here. So what have we got wrong? We've got point, normal is a vector. Let me just check this here. Double click. We can also go vector dot x axis. Pass that. Hit run. There we go. Done. Okay. Now what it's done is it's taken that point at the far side and made the cut. Right. So obviously we don't want item 0. We want item 3. Okay. Run. And it's now placed the cut on the outside of that beam. However, we want to keep the opposite side. So what we actually want to do is we want to go vector, oops, spell it right, vector, and then come down here and there's one called reverse. So instead of passing the x vector, oh, I know what I did wrong, we pass that instead. So this is passing the x vector from the UCS to this. That's reversing it in the opposite direction and then passing it to normal. When I hit run, go back to here, we've got the opposite. Now you can see we've got, oh, we've still got the wrong one. We need item, oh, they're not in order. That's okay. We could have used a sort function to sort them. So I want the longest one. We want item number 2. Thanks. No, what did I do wrong there? Ah, sorry. We want item 1, not 2. 1, click, run. There we go. Right, because I know that the x direction for this value is the furthest one across from here to here. And then in the end, we have also here the created plane cut, which you see here. All right, hopefully that was entertaining for you. And we go from there. Awesome. Thank you. Bye.